Geno Perez Adventures. I'm Geno. These are still my adventures. And this is Felix, my buddy. How you doing, Felix?
What's up, Geno? Thank you for having me on here. This has been a long time, and so I wish it could have been in person, but since we're both in Colombia, hopefully we'll be able to make a video in person soon.
If you don't come see me, I will come find you. Okay.
I will
send Guido. I will send Guido to get you. So
I will be there soon. It's just I think the flight's early.
What the channel needs to know is that if it wasn't for this guy, I wouldn't be doing this. And the short version is I bought a course from this gentleman, made a bunch of money. And then I noticed that he might use some credit card help, and I was doing credit cards at the time. And anyway, one thing led to another, and we became buddies. I don't know how that happened, but I'm glad it did, because now I'm a YouTuber and I'm an old guy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for Mr. Felix and a giant lifestyle, you wouldn't be looking at me on camera right now. So I'd just like to thank you, Mr. Felix, for all that you have done for me over the last few months. I really appreciate it.
Well, I mean, I tell people, the people that, ask me, because I do a lot of different business stuff on my channel. But YouTube, even I've got like real estate experience with having rentals and doing all types of businesses. But the business that really changed my life, I even like tattooed a camera on myself because it was so, like, I tattooed this camera. It was so influential, was YouTube. And I've made life-changing money. And, because of YouTube, I can live anywhere. I'm in Medellin right now, and I have a really beautiful apartment. For this apartment in the States, considering I'm from New Jersey, would probably run me. Actually, here's a funny story. My sister's friend, and this is I'm not going to say the town, but it's basically within a 10-mile radius of New York City, and it's a 1-bedroom apartment, and she just paid $4,000. Not my sister, my sister's friend paid $4,000 for a 1 apartment. It's like a 10-mile radius from New York City or Manhattan. But still, this is a 2-bedroom apartment on the 20th floor, all inclusive. And it's not even a quarter of that.
Yeah, it's awesome, huh? Just awesome. And the utilities are the utilities included in that, or you got to pay utilities?
No, the utilities are included. The internet is included. It's furnished. I'm working on a longer lease. I probably could get it a bit cheaper, but and I see people and I may be crazy for this, but I didn't really come to Colombia strictly for the price. Some people come strictly for the price. I do very, very well with YouTube, so I'm not too much of a haggler on price. I'm not trying to get destroyed. So, if they say, hey, this is, it's just around $1,000. I'll just say it's just a little over $1,000 a month in US, which, might be a bit high, but it is. The view's incredible. 2 balconies, gym, pool, 2 living rooms, 2 kitchen areas, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It's a sweet spot. So, and it's in a really good area of Medellin. It's not in Poblado. I personally don't like Poblado. It's too hilly and it doesn't really feel safe. So, I love it over here.
Yeah, it's cool. You rock it. And that's the whole point. That lady that rented the apartment in around New York for $4,000, what's her utilities going to be?
Yeah.
Another grand, another $1,500?
No, not per month. Her utilities will probably be for electric, internet, water, gas. Am I missing something? Electric, internet, water, gas.
No.
Okay, just call it an extra $200 a month. So now you're at $4,200, and then the cost of living, and I just had someone clean my apartment, and I'm gonna set her up for twice a week. She cleaned my apartment. Keep in mind, she didn't really clean the 2nd bedroom, which I'm thinking about turning into like a YouTube office. But she didn't really clean that because I haven't been in there. But she cleaned my entire house. And I'm not talking about just using a duster. She got on her hands and knees and was scrubbing the floor, cleaning the walls, cleaning the windows, cleaning everything for 40,000 pesos. And I gave her an extra
$10, ladies and gentlemen, $10, $8.
Yeah,
about
$10.
Yeah.
I gave her an extra 5,000. This lady just literally scrubbing the walls in the kitchen. This lady was going really hard, and she did it in 3 hours for 40,000 pesos.
See, that's awesome. And the thing is that what doesn't people don't get that part, Felix. I think some people think that we're lying to them, that you can't. I mean, check it out. He's got a penthouse on the 20th floor, 2 bedrooms, drop dead views are awesome. The gym, the mall, and restaurants. You got restaurants close? Yeah, check that out. Check that view out. And it's furnished, by the way. He got it furnished. It's not unfurnished. It's furnished.
The view from my bedroom is even better, and there's another balcony in there. So, like I said, I probably could get it cheaper, but I don't really care about the price, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I got to keep him in line because I don't want him to ruin it for everybody. You know, I don't want him to come in and pay $6,000 a month. So
me overpaying a few $100 is probably going to bump the prices up. But this isn't Poblado. Like Poblado prices are kind of. I was saying I'm in an expat group. Like Poblado is like the Miami of Medellin. It's like prices out there are like $300 a night. This comes out to like $45 a night. Like
oh, 40, that, probably, but
I'm getting it for like
40, probably 30, 35 bucks a,
yeah,
35 bucks
yeah,
a
like
night.
35. I think it's like 39 a night I'm paying basically.
Yeah. So the whole thing is that what I really want to do, I'm really glad that Felix is here because I mean, I don't know, we've become fast friends over the last 6 months, and I was just getting momentum in my channel, and I got sick and I had to lay off, or I didn't completely lay off, but I couldn't do what I wanted to do for a couple of months. But I'm back, and I'm getting momentum back again, Felix, and it's a lot of thanks to you because I just have to listen to this young man for a little while, and I get all excited all over again. I mean, this young man was like 21. Were you 21 when you started? You're like 28 now?
Yeah, I started my channel actually August of 2016. So it's just been over 6 years. But let me see, just around when COVID hit, well, when COVID before it, right in March of 2020 or February of 2020, I had 2,000 subs. And now I have 2,000 subscribers, same thing. Now I have, for anybody who, let me just block out some stuff. But I have 44,325. So, I just wanted to share with other people because YouTube, some people don't want to be in front of the camera, but if you can get over that fear of being in front of the camera and talking about what you're passionate about talking about, which is for Geno, Colombia, moving to a place that's not going to charge you an arm and a leg to live. You can, with the right strategy, you can make some pretty decent money doing this and live wherever you want to live.
Wear something on my head because I'm bald, and it shines on the camera. I'm not as lucky as Felix is, but anyway, it's great, man. I got to give it to this young man. In 7 years, he went from working for $15 an hour to making 5 figures a month. And I hope I'm not talking out of line, but I mean, he rocks it, and he's a good young man, and he gives back to the communities. He's helping this old guy out. We haven't figured out whether he's like my son or my grandson. It's it's kind of borderline, but well, whatever it is, it's all good. It's all good. So
yeah, the video when I come to Bucaramanga will be cool. I just noticed the Bucaramanga flights are like, I sometimes I get up early because there's like construction outside my window. It wasn't really like that today, but sometimes maybe tomorrow there'll be construction, so it'll be loud. But the Bucaramanga flights from Medellin are like, there's like 2 of them. There's 3 of them from what I've seen. But most days have 2. There's one at 5:15 a.m., another at 6:15 a.m. That's it. So it means I have to get up super early. But
you don't have to get up. You can just stay up,
Stay up, yeah.
No, it's going to be nice because we're going to get him out here in the country. We're going to show him some of these country girls, and I think they're prettier than the city girls anyway. But that's my opinion. And see if we can get him into trouble out here in the country. I mean, I even had to go. I got a nice place rented here. Didn't have hot water. I didn't really care, but I was afraid he wouldn't ever come if we didn't have hot water. So I've tried to lure him out here with a hot water heater. We'll see if that works or not.
And what does a hot water heater cost you? And what does it cost?
Oh my God, it was horrible. It is an on-demand instant hot water heater like you can have in the States, no tankless.
Yeah.
Cost me 800,000 pesos.
how much is that? Like the
That's just right at $180. And if you buy one of those at Granger's in the United States,
2,000,
it's $1,800.
1,800
The
bucks.
very same unit, the Bosch very same unit is $1,800, and here it's $180. And I'd sure like you to tell me how they do that. Either they're really railing the United States, or nobody's subsidizing that stuff here. Nobody has hot water. I mean, that's too expensive for most people, you know?
You know, there's actually this girl that I've been hanging out with. She told me that she told me that she doesn't use. I didn't ask her if she had hot water in her apartment, so she was probably like, I don't know. It's like the next town over, basically. And she told me that I'm assuming she doesn't even have hot water, because I was like, did you just take a cold shower? Because I like felt her skin when she got out, and her skin was freezing. I'm like, you took a cold shower. And I'm slowly learning Spanish. And that's another thing. The one thing I've learned is, you know, if you want to, you know, I don't speak Spanish, but, you know, the good way to speak Spanish is to practice with Spanish speakers. So, you know, when I'm with her, I have no choice but to speak Spanish, because she speaks zero English. But she said that she took a cold shower. So I don't think most people out here have, like, you know, hot water is like, it doesn't even exist. I mean, I'll take it.
Maybe in the hotels and all. But I mean, it's really not that bad, because you get used to it. I mean, I got used to it. Down in Hidon, it's a lot hotter and the water was warmer. Up here in Valle de San Jose, it's a little chillier, and it'll freeze. The first you get in the shower, it freezes your butt. And then you soap up and get back in and rinse off, and it's okay. For like right now, I mean, I'm in heaven because I got hot water again. I think the cold water is really good for you, and Maria won't use it. That's just blows my mind.
Cold water.
She will not use the hot water.
I've heard of like health benefits of cold showers, like it builds your immune system and stuff like that. So what's on the agenda for Geno Perez Adventures? What are you showing people and stuff?
Well, Geno Perez Adventures, I'm kind of doing some research, because I put up videos every now and then and they go absolutely nowhere, and then I put up some videos and I get a lot of traction. So I'm trying to pay attention, and what's really rocking these days is when I tell people about the real estate here in Colombia, and how inexpensive it is, and how you can get it bought, and all the do's and don'ts. So I'm going to be having a lot of videos about real estate. A friend of mine named Bill has been on the channel with me a few times. He's 77, married to a 50-year-old, just in heaven, and she's drop dead gorgeous, by the way. And he's going to open a real estate company for her, for the both of them, because he was a banker. He was a banker and a house builder. So Geno Perez Adventures is gonna look at a lot of real estate and a lot of the dating stuff too. The where to find nice ladies and how to go about it without getting killed and things like that. Other than that, I just throw the random video in. Like yesterday, there was a whitewater boat race right down here in our front yard in the river. So we went down and I put that up. I mean, it wasn't exactly a national United States race, but they were excited, and these four ladies just kicked the other four teams of guys' butt. I mean, they were putting them in the water at 3-minute intervals, and these girls almost caught the guys in front of them. It was awesome. So that's what we're doing. And then what you got to realize is Felix tells me what I need to do, and I go do it, and I do it, and I do it, and I do it, and I do it, until he says, okay, now you're ready for the next step. You're going to have to do this. And I've been doing that for 6 months, and it's really been nice, because I've learned a lot. Some of it made me crazy, but for the most part, I got it. Yeah. And I've got a list of stuff I need to do.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. And like, I want to get a Patreon channel. I want to do some marketing. I want to, what I really want to do is twice a month, I want to have a live meeting for subscribers that pay for the meeting. And then you can go to, if you're in Patreon, you can go, and that'll be one of the perks you get for supporting me in Patreon. So I'm trying to work all that out. I mean, I know how to charge people on Zoom, but this is Ring Central and I don't know how to do that. So there's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not that
Do you
big a
ever think
techie.
about going back to the States, or there's no point?
Screw the States. I mean, I don't even recognize it. I watched a video last night and it was of the young people and asking them, they put a map of the world up. And these are like 20, 22, 23-year-old people, 18 at Harvard. Okay. And they asked them point out and name a country on this map. It was a map of the world. They couldn't even find the freaking United States. And that's the future? That's some scary stuff.
How much does it cost to go to university out here? Like, I know, like,
I think it's really cheap. I think it's like, I know I'd be lying to you, but I know it's really cheap.
Like, it's not 20, 30,000 a year like it is in the States.
No, hell, nobody would go. It might be $1,000 or $1,500 for the whole year.
And it's basically the same schooling that people get in the States.
Well, I think the doctors are better, actually.
Yeah.
The only difference, the only drawback on the doctors is they have the money for the equipment, but the politicians and the directors of these hospitals and stuff steal it before it actually gets bought. Yeah, I mean, it sucks.
It's a little,
it just sucks.
But you take the good with the bad.
Well, I went to the emergency room in Washington because I had COVID, and I was about to drown. And they have more equipment. They have a level 5 hospital in Socorro, which is about 30 miles from here. Heart attacks, the whole thing. I mean, it's like a crash center. I mean, it's a really good hospital.
In Colombia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really good hospital. And here in Washington, in one room in the emergency room, have more equipment than the entire hospital in Socorro.
Wow.
And that's a shame because the doctors are fine doctors.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it's just you can't come here and get a job and make a living. But you can bring one with you.
States. That's the one thing I'll say about the States. Like, even though I don't really want to live there right now, maybe I will in the future, who knows? I'm grateful to be from there because the power of the currency. The currency is so powerful.
It's awesome. Yeah.
That, if you're able to make, you don't even need, if you're able to bring 2,000-3,000 a month from the States, then, you could live. Now, if you know how to make even more than that, you could live like a lifestyle in Colombia, might cost you 5x the same baller, lifestyle you want to live in Colombia. Because I could live cheaper, but sometimes I just go crazy. I don't know why, but that same lifestyle, you could live like a baller in Colombia, where in the States, you better be prepared to pay $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. This apartment in Miami would be about $5,000 to $7,000. I can almost guarantee it. Two beds, 2.5 baths with floor-to-ceiling windows. No way.
Well, it's just like me. I live in a gated community in a 4-bedroom. Well, one of them is my office. 4-bedroom, 3 baths, 2-story, colonial style, brand new townhouse with an American kitchen in a gated community for, drumroll, $180 a month.
Wow.
Do
you pay that with a card or cash, or how does that work?
No, I go to the ATM and I pay the guy with cash, or Maria's got I've got a bank account too, but Maria's got a bank account and we just transfer to his account. And then the utilities are probably they're not even $100, Felix.
I got you.
So I'm all in for $280. We live like kings and queens on $700 a month.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, this video.
Now, if we were out partying and stuff like that, it wouldn't be. Go ahead.
What else would you like to talk about, since we are almost at 20 minutes?
Well, I just want to thank you, Felix. And what you guys need to know, you need to go watch this guy's channel, because he's got some stuff on there that makes you some money.
Yeah.
And he's and don't be chintzy. I mean, the courses that I bought from him paid for itself and put money in my back pocket. And the only reason I'm still not doing the medical commodity thing is because you can't really do it from Colombia unless you were already all set up. And I wasn't. But sometimes when I go back to the States, I'll run a Craigslist ad or whatever and make me $500-600, just pays my airfare.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's
YouTube
pretty much
stuff
it.
is the YouTube stuff is way better, man. I mean, once, and I'm excited for you, man, because once you really build it up, and I haven't even I just uploaded my first video in like 25 days. And you know, it's just so powerful once you build like a really huge audience. So, dude, I'm excited for you. I got to get going though. I don't want to.
Okay, don't hang up for a minute. Let me sign off. Okay. Remember, this is the first day of the rest of your life. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. And this is Geno. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. And we will see you on the flip side.